And a couple of other numbers before we give you some of the highlights from today. The A's victory was their 29th in their last 35 games at home. It makes their home record now 36-15. Only the Yankees have a better mark in their home digs. They are 35-12. This afternoon, the first inning was scoreless. The A's had a base hit and a walk, but they were separated by a double play. Mulder had a quick first inning and got 3 outs, but his first batter faced in the second inning proved to be troublesome. The popular rookie, Bucky Jacobson. And the pitch. Swing, and there's a high drive. Deep center field. Burns a long run. He is out of room, and it's gone. Bucky Jacobson homers off Mulder to start the second inning. His 5th Major League home run in the span of just under 2 weeks. His second against the A's.
Bill, that ball hit just under the sweep.
Then in the third inning, the Mariners were struck out. Their side was struck out by Mulder, but along the way, 3 base hits presented a threat. It came with 1 out when Ichiro beat out a hit to short. Wynn single to left field, and then Boone beat out an infield hit to deep short. Suddenly, 1 out, bases loaded, and Jacobson the batter. As eventually he was put away on a called third strike, so now it was Ibanez against Mulder, and Ibanez had good career numbers against the A's left-hander coming in, and eventually was put away, but not before this.
Bases loaded, 2 out, top of the third. Ibanez back to the plate. A's outfield straight away. Kelsey in left, Burns in center, Dye in right. And now the 0-2 pitch. Here it is, and it's in the dirt, gets away from Miller, and so Ichiro scores, and Wynn goes to third, and up to second goes Boone on the wild pitch, and it's 2-0 Mariners.
On the next pitch, Mulder came back to throw a third strike called past Ibanez and end the threat. And in fact, the 3 strikeouts of that inning were his sum total of Ks for the afternoon, and that may have been a key to the fact that he kept his pitch count down very effectively as the game reached its middle and later stages. He wound up with 121 for the day, but didn't have to go to a lot of deep counts at many occasions to get his outs. But the A's were looking at a 2-0 deficit against a guy who seemed to be very much on his game, the 41-year-old Moyer today, trying to break a string of 7 consecutive starts without picking up a victory. He shut the A's out through the first 4 innings on 3 hits. 2 of them came back-to-back singles with 1 out in the third inning, but quickly Moyer took care of Crosby and Eric Chavez and preserved that 2-0 lead. When the A's came up in their half of the 5th inning, they were down to the bottom part of the order. First 2 men made quick outs, and then Marco Scudero, the second base starter today, was the hitter. The wind of the next delivery. There's a drive hit to left center field, very deep, near the wall, over the wall, gone! Marco Scudero to left center field, homering for the 3rd time this year, and that cuts the Mariner lead to 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Marco Scudero took a first pitch curveball, got a fastball, and maybe he was looking for it because he did crush it.
And then both Moyer and Mulder were dominating through the middle innings of the ball game. The A's got a gift in the 6th inning with 1 out when Chavez's high fly ball to shallow left field was lost by both the Ibanez and the shortstop Bloomquist, and it fell in for a base hit. But that was the inning in which Moyer struck out the side. He took care of Dye and Hatterberg in that manner. Right after the hit, the A's couldn't take any advantage out of that. Mulder, meantime, was becoming more and more effective. He gave up a hit to Ichiro on the 7th, but Wynn's hard ground ball was snagged by an excellent play by Chavez and the throw to first base for the final out of the inning. It was in the 8th when the offense escalated just enough to bring this game down to its eventual dramatic finish. Eric Burns was the batter, already had 2 hits in the game and 5 hits in the series. He was up with 1 out and a full count.
2-0 pitch. As Boone hits it deep to right center field. Dye going over, looking up. It's going to be off the wall. Now the carom is played by Burns. Going to second is Boone with a double. And now the throw gets by everybody and rolls into the A's dugout. And Boone is going to be awarded third base. He'll have to stop at third. The throw coming in from Burns, who played the carom, went right through the entire infield and rolled into the dugout. And so Boone is at third with nobody out in the top of the 8th.
Well, I tantalized you there. You'll hear the Burns at bat in a few moments. That came in the top half of the 8th inning as Boone got that double and went to third on the error. Nobody out, and a possibility of a 3-1 Mariner lead very imminent. Jacobson, however, flied out to shallow left, not deep enough for Boone to try to score. And then a critical play on Ibanez at bat, and again Mulder at the focal point.
Now the 1-0 pitch on the way with the runner at third. Swung on. Comebacker speared by Mulder. He's got Boone at a rundown. Throws the ball to Chavez. He fires the ball to Miller. And Boone runs out of the baseline and he's out. And a sensational play by Mark Mulder. Ibanez safe at first, and that's out number 2. That ball was headed for center field. And it was headed for a 3-1 lead for Seattle.
And you talk about an athlete, Mark Mulder, a tremendous athlete, and reached back towards the first base side. And Brett Boone, I think he thought the ball was going to get through, not necessarily breaking on contact, and then ran towards the A's dugout. Meanwhile, Ibanez stayed at first.
And then Spezio popped out, and all the pressure was off as Mulder had set back the Mariners, but still had that 1-run deficit to contend with. That's when Burns came up with a full count, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
And here's the pitch, 3-2. Swung on, ripped left field line. Is it high enough? Yes, and we have a tie ball game. Eric Burns about 20 feet fair into the left field corner. A's 2, Seattle 2. Number 14 for Burns. Hanging breaking ball.
Hanging breaking ball. You talk about a frozen rope. Wow.
And it just got over the fence right above the Raleigh Fingers jersey.
What an at bat by Burns.
It's about 2 feet over the fence now. Have a homestand, Eric Burns. And so, Mr. Moyer, how about a no decision?
Moyer had left after 7 innings. Meantime, in that situation against Hasegawa, Hasegawa got the second out, yielded the mound to Mike Myers, the left-hander, a 1-batter assignment to face Chavez, who walked, but the A's couldn't get him any further along when Dye was retired by Julio Mateo to end the inning and keep it a 2-2 game. But Mulder had not yet met his final crisis. With 1 out in the top of the 9th, Dan Wilson singled, replaced by Miguel Olivo as a pinch runner, who was forced out at second base on Bloomquist's ground ball. And with 2 out, Ichiro was up, but he always figures a way to put the pressure on you. We're at 2-2 in the 9th inning. 2 out, runner at first. The pitch to Ichiro. A bunt, third base side. Mulder fields it, but can't come up with it. It squirts off his glove, and Ichiro, who rarely bunts, does so and gets the base hit, his 3rd of the day, putting runners at first and second.
That's an excellent bunt.
Surely was.
And once he got it down on the ground, I'm really happy Mulder didn't pick up the ball because Mark was trying to reach for the ball, spin, and make a quick throw to first with absolutely no chance to get Ichiro. And the only problem, maybe get throwing it down in the bullpen.
So now it's Randy Wynn. And Wynn made his bid. And here it is. Ground ball, 1 hopper back to Mulder. He stabs it, throws to first, and the inning is over. Mulder getting 17 ground ball outs for his 9 innings. And after 121 pitches, heads for the dugout, the A's will try to win it in the bottom of the 9th of a 2-2 game. Against Mateo, Hatterberg worked the base on balls to start that 9th inning, then went to second on a tag-up after Durazo's deep fly ball was pulled down by Wynn on a backhanded catch right at the center field wall. Damian Miller was worked on carefully by Mateo with first base open, eventually walked, and at this point, Bobby Kelty was lifted for Mark Kotze in a pinch-hitting opportunity. Kotze had been 2 for 3 pinch hitting this year in previous such assignments. He wasted no time. Mateo with a stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded toward the right side. Base hit to right field. Hatterberg around third. On the way to the plate. The Ichiro throw. Not in time. The A's win and sweep. Mark Kotsay bounced the first pitch through the right side hole, and Ichiro's throw was not nearly in time. Hatterberg scores a winning run as Mulder became today the 14-game winner for the first time anybody's reached that mark this year. The Athletics finish with a sweep of the Mariners. They deal the Mariners their 15th consecutive road loss, and the A's head for Texas, New York, and Minnesota with a 5-game winning streak. Final score, Athletics 3, Seattle 2. End time now to announce the Cold Stone Creamery Player of the Game. That honor goes today to Mark Mulder, who pitched his 5th complete game of the year. He now leads the American League in that category, one ahead of Jake Westbrook of Cleveland, and his 14 wins tops in the major leagues. Mark Mulder, as our player of the game, will receive gift certificates to Cold Stone Creamery. Smooth and creamy ice cream made fresh daily. Ken will be